Oh my word. Here we are. Hello. Hello, world. Welcome to Sapphic Movie Night. My name is Terrá. This is a new venture that I'm beginning for probably no viewers, which I'm fine with. Viewers, listeners, same diff. It's something I've sort of had on my mind for a long time. And alas, I thought, let's freaking do this. So I'm doing it. Unsure how this is going to go. Unsure how cringy I'm going to sound. I am an elder millennial, so are the kids still saying chuggy? I'm that, if that's the case. If not, I think it's chuggy to say chuggy. Anyway, hello, I am Terrá. I am the host, ? That's crazy to say. I'm the person who's going to be behind watching a bunch of Sapphic films and sort of dissecting, not necessarily recapping. Unsure if that's the way I want to go, but I think just getting the gist of lesbian film and why I think it's beautiful and magical, no matter how good or bad it is. I get so much joy out of Sapphic film, and I want to share this joy with others and hope you enjoy hearing my voice while I do it. Anyway, we're going to do a lot of deep dives into different realms of Sapphic cinema, right? I like things in an aesthetic way, okay? Maybe it's millennial of me. Who's to say? I like how films look, whether they look fantastic or they look terrible. Also, the way they're acted. Love it. If I'm crying my eyes out because there are these two characters I can't get enough of, or several characters I can't get enough of, or I'm crying from laughter because I'm cringed out and I get incredible secondhand embarrassment. We're going to dive into all of it. And I'm a photographer by kind of trade. I don't technically make any money doing photography. It's just a love that I've done for the last 10 years. But film has been a love that I've had over the ages. And I like all the nerdy stuff about film, you guys. I like music supervision. I like directors, cinematographers. I like what sort of cameras they're using. I'm going to get a little bit nerdy, and I'm also going to keep it light and fun because not everyone is interested in what sort of film they use on Carol. Spoiler alert, 16 millimeter. That's something, a niche amount of people will be interested in. But alas, we're going to have some goofs. We're going to have some hot takes. And I hope you enjoy the ride that I take you on. I'm going to try so hard to not say But anyway, I just want to share my love of Sapphic cinema, lesbian cinema to be specific, okay? There will be moments where I think we got to talk about Moonlight, okay? Truly one of my favorite films of all time. We'll get there eventually. Boys, we're there for ya. But I want this to be about the gals, I want it to be about the ladies and the thadies. Do you hear me? Do you understand? To start off, I am Terrá. I'm 39 years old. Just turned 39 last month. Hey, elder millennial. I own my millennial status. I own my cringe. And I'm into it. I grew up at a time where MySpace was king. Do you hear me? I loved that sort of time. And the nostalgia of that time in my life is sort of connected to lesbian cinema. These were the times where I was watching a lot of lesbian stuff because I was sort of coming of age. I kind of realized my sexuality when I was about 15, and most of that was due to television and film that I was ingesting at the time. I grew up in a very, very small town in upstate New York. I didn't see queerness in a big way. The only time I would be able to see that representation was in films. and sometimes if we got lucky on a soap opera. Do you hear me? You all know what I'm talking about. When we had the crumbs, okay? I grew up on crumbs. We were starving and we were thankful for those crumbs. Now is a different story. I think we should be expecting more and we need to ask for more. But I digress. I want to start off the top, sort of. My pronouns are she, her. I am a cisgender white woman, and I think we need to hold fast to that. I also want it to be known, because this is fraught, especially in certain lesbian spaces. Trans women are women, okay? And I want that to be abundantly clear. I want there to be no mistake that my trans siblings are part of the conversation. So, the dolls and the theys, you're in it. You're going to be participating in this as well. You count in those films that I will be ingesting, new and old. Do you hear me? So no nonsense in this space. We are open and loving, openly misandrist. I jest. Anyway, we will be focused more so on the sapphic side of things. Will there be moments of, again, moonlight is something we will talk about eventually. But for the most part, I want to stick to the women-loving women corner of this. So, yeah, I kind of went into stuff about me. I'm not that interesting. The films are what's interesting, am I right? So let's get into it. The first thing I'm going to talk about, okay? The first film we're going to discuss is sort of a fan favorite. Came out in 2015. It stars Cate Blanchett and Rooney Mara, as well as Sarah Paulson. Directed by Todd Haynes. And I think there's going to be a little caveat to this. I feel very strongly about female directors directing sapphic film. I don't love the fact that I'm starting with Carol due to the fact that it is a man that directed this. But alas, it is based on a film. It's based on a book, sorry. The Price of Salt by Patricia Highsmith, a prominent queer author. Did a lot of the, oh God, what were they called? No, this is going to be the first Google. This is the first Google. Sorry. So I will tell you right now, this is not going to be professional. This is not going to be professional. What the heck were they called? The books from back in the day. Pulp. A pulp novel. Good Lord. I read a book all about these specific things. Anyway. Yes. So because the book is sort of based on this very popular pulp novel by a very popular queer novelist. Now, is Patricia queer? Unsure. It was a pseudonym of Claire Morgan. We're going to the wiki, kids. We're going to the wiki. Was she had many sexual and romantic relationships with women? We love that. We love it. Okay. So we'll start with Carol because it's popular. Everybody loves it. I don't know really any queer person who hasn't seen this. It is a quintessential Christmas film. I would say I watch it every single Christmas. But when it came out in 2015, I was sort of watching it daily. It kind of lulled me to sleep a lot of the time. So yeah, I've watched it too many times potentially. But I guess we'll get started with the aesthetics of it. Okay, so it is shot by Todd Haynes. He was supposed to be doing a queer film with Joaquin Phoenix, right? And then that didn't work out. I'm Not There. Yes. That was the one I was thinking of. So he did I'm Not There, which was all of the people playing Bob Dylan, very, very cool. So, like, he's known for, like, period pieces and the like. So, to me, makes perfect sense that he would do this film. And visually stunning. That's the thing I like the most about film, right? Is it aesthetically pleasing to watch? Then I'm probably going to get really into it. No matter the budget, I think you can make really, really beautiful things with the right light. Because he chose to do like actual film instead of doing it digital, I think you can see it. You can see the grain in the film. It makes it feel it's in a certain place. It is in a certain time in the past, which I thought was like really, really good. That's the thing that I like the most about the film, I'll be honest. The gay stuff, a very close number two. But all in all, when I look at it, I'm like, ooh wee. Also, the music. Okay. Okay, the music. Can we talk about that? The music, fantastic, I have to say. That is also the score, stupendous. I don't know who did the score. I'm going to bring up IMDb. Also, one of my favorite things in the world is IMDb. Whenever I'm watching a film, I got IMDb up on the phone, okay? I be looking everything up. I apologize. I'm also having a drink. I'm thirsty. Oh, brother. So the composer is Carter Burwell. Love that energy. What else has he done? Oh, Banshees of Inisherin. Love that. 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. Love. Okay. Great stuff. Great, great stuff. I'm gonna say here, I'm gonna be controversial perhaps. IMDb on the browser stinks. The app is the way to go, kiddos. Anyway, so yes, Todd Haynes, stunning. It is a stunning, stunning film. The color palette is like creamy. It has like those green colors, almost like brown texture to it, yellows. It's very warm, it's very cozy. Even though it is a winter film, you know, shot in cold, set at Christmas, it feels warm when you watch it. Even in the moment where like Therese, and I'm going to say it like Kate Blanchett says it, Therese Bellevitte, when she like gets up and she puts her like oven or stove on or whatever to like warm up her place, like it still feels warm in a very strange way. Also set in the 1950s, there's something spectacular about the aesthetic of fashion and clothing and the way people talked in the 50s is very 1950s, you hear? You know, like the mid-Atlantic sort of vibes. Love it. Absolutely love it. So into it. So those were the things I liked. I also really liked how color sort of played a part in it in the realm of Carol was very larger than life character. She was very appealing visually, you know, her bright red lips, all of that stuff, really freaking loved. Also, when you're watching the camera angles, the different vibes of how close you felt with everybody, especially when they're on the road trip. The fated road trip, some would say. So yeah, I guess visually across the board, from the cars to the sets to the film to the cinematography of it all, perfect. It is a fantastic film. Cannot fault it for that. There's also a caveat. It is a Weinstein film, guys. Eek, eek, eek. Okay? And guess what? We believe all women. And that's that on that. So now let's get to the gay stuff, okay? Like, we love the gay stuff. We're here for the gay stuff. I personally, when I'm watching a lesbian film of some kind, I want pining, I want longing, I want glances over, I want all of that, okay? And Carol does it. Like, this film does that. It is pining. you do get one scene, and I have to say, come for me, and that's fine. The love scenes that happen in some films, like this one, I go, these straight ladies, what are they doing? I can tell you've never kissed a woman in your life. Do you hear me? Cate Blanchett, I think she is a queer icon. People love her. I think she gives the gays what they're looking for. I think we call her mommy and she's like, yes, I am mommy. Okay. And love that. I will say she is so straight. She is so straight. And I hate to be that gal. Do you hear me? Like, I love her. I think she's so great. I am one of those people who's like, yes, honey, I'm here for women's rights and women's wrongs. And I look at her as like, she's that woman. Older women are hot. And yes. Okay? But there is an element to me of like, with love scenes in particular, especially with the amount of queer cinema I have ingested over my lifetime, from, my teenage years to now, where I'm watching it almost, I mean, if it doesn't have anything gay in it, I don't want to participate. Do you know what I mean? It just, what's the point? Straight people? I don't think so. I don't got any interest in that. I don't understand the culture, and I don't want to. So when seeing the love scene in this, I think it's beautifully shot. I think it's really good. But it does cringe me out how women kiss sometimes in these films. There, I said it. I said it. I said it because nobody else will. I mean, probably several other people have said it. But I didn't dig it. I've seen better. Sorry. Sorry. I have seen better. I've seen better in lower budget films. And I'm going to put that out there. Now, is that down to the fact that it's two straight women who are playing the roles? I don't know. Is it down to it's a straight... Is Tom? Tom? Who's Tom? Is Todd straight? Maybe not. I shall look it up. I don't think he's straight. He's done a lot of gay stuff, so I'm assuming he's a gay man. He's gay. Love that. Okay, so he's a gay man, which makes me think even more. You don't know how ladies do it, my good sir. You're not looking at ladies' bodies. You don't know what women are doing. So you got the blind leading the blind. Do you hear me? Now, I'm not saying that Rooney and Kate have not had their dalliances with the ladies, But guess what? They are both married to men. So the assumption is they are straight or living in a heterosexual way. Okay? And there's no bi erasure in here either, okay? All things can exist. But we have to acknowledge that there wasn't much lady queerness in the behind the scenes of this. From the naked eye. Now, I'm doing little to no research. I'm just talking about gay stuff here. So, very well there could have been. I think, maybe there was a producer. Maybe there was, a grip on set. A gay lady. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. But, listen, people loved it. People love this film. I could be speaking to one other person who agrees, and everyone is going to be violently angry with me because of what I said against the great Cate Blanchett. And listen, I'll take it. All right? I'll take it. That's fine. I'm here for hot takes. I like when people sort of go, I didn't really dig it. I have a lot of hot takes, you guys. And maybe it's because I'm a bit of a contrarian. Who's to say? That is what it is. But, like, here's another hot take, and we're going to another Christmas film, okay? Listen, guys. We will get to the happiest season, okay? Riley was perfect in that movie, okay? But I didn't hate Harper. Oopsies. I didn't hate her, okay? But that's down the line. Did I think, should they have been together? I don't know. Abby and Harper, were they meant to be? Who's to... I don't know. But I didn't hate them as a couple. Okay? And I hate to be that girl. I hate to be that girl that likes to be on the contrary, but it is what it is. So anyway, I digress. Let's get back into Carol. Besides the lesbian scene that I didn't love, but it was beautiful, but I didn't love it. The longing, the pining, loved. I like sort of the cat and mouse game. I think Carol isn't a hero, you know? She's flawed. I think she's predatory. I think Therese is strange and sheepish. The part where they're in the restaurant, I mean, my favorite scene ever is in the restaurant, right? And they get creamed spinach or whatever that was. Gross. So glad I didn't live in the 50s. Like, if I had to eat that, no thank you. No thank you. But they get the same meal. And the way they're speaking to each other, I'm like, this is the craziest thing I've ever seen. But I was eating it up. Give me some of that creamed spinach, because I be eating it up. Okay? Loved it. So good. Yeah, like, they're both weird characters, and I don't really understand what they saw in each other. I think it was a little bit of Carol being like, hey, young girl, fresh meat, you know? It did give a little bit of that. But that's the reality, I think. I don't think that we're setting a false narrative of some experiences of lesbians in particular. I've fallen prey to that sort of energy. The Riz, as some would say. So, yeah. And I think Therese was weird. And guess what? Her wig didn't work. Carol, your wig, fantastic. Therese, I didn't love it. But yes, love them. Love the pining. Let's cut to the final scene. I mean, talk about, is there any scene that is better to finish out a film? I'm unsure. And I like when they leave it open-ended in that way, where we can create the narrative that we want. In my world, they're living happily ever after. Okay? They've moved away. They're living together in the suburbs. They're quote unquote roommates. And it's stunning and beautiful. That's the narrative that I believe, and that's what I'm sticking to. If I were, oh my God, what is going to be the rating system that I give it? What is going to be the rating system? Gosh. We'll give it 4 out of 5 creamed spinach. I guess it'll be different for each film. I don't know. Listen, this is the first one. We can do whatever we want. And I urge people to give me some feedback. I have a feeling this isn't going to be a very long episode. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I do know that, like, our attention spans are very, very, very short. You know, they're TikTok level attention spans. But I would like this to be more long form. And maybe, like, if I get other people on here and stuff, there can be more interaction and discussion. There's not much to discuss when I'm just sort of sitting here at my desk, going over a film that I enjoyed and care for deeply. So yes, Carol, 4 out of 5 creamed spinach, maybe 4.5. Let's give it a 4.5. It's not a 5. Sorry to say. I think the off-putting nature of the love scene, and I'm a bit of a prude, I will say that. But I do like a love scene. I like intimacy scenes. I'm not one of those people that's like, ew, purity culture. You know, I'm not one of those. Gen Z, I see you, and like, maybe chill out. You know, not everything is an assault. You know, but it was just when always watching this film, you know, a million times, it makes, it's just not, I guess, it doesn't do it for me. What's a word? Titillating? Titillating? Is that a word? I think I thought about it too much and It sounds like it's a made-up word. And then it says tit, which feels out of control. So yes, I think overall, great film, perfect acting. Couldn't have asked for better. Oh my God, I didn't even talk about Sarah Paulson. Sarah Paulson. Now, criminally underutilized in this film. We could have added some zest, some jealousy with Therese to like see. I think her name was Abby as well. There's always an Abby. Every gay thing has Abby in it. My partner's name is Abby. So there's just a lot of gay Abbies out there. Good for you. Good for you, darlings. I love that for you all. So yeah, Sarah Paulson, criminally underutilized in this film. What is she in, like 3 scenes? Crazy. Probably because she was doing like 42 Ryan Murphy things at the same time. So, yeah, I imagine she wasn't available. She wasn't tech avail, as they say in the biz. I don't know what I'm talking about. But yes, wanted more Abby, for sure. You know who I didn't like? The photographer guy in it. I mean men. Am I right? I don't need to see them on my screens. I get enough of them like in the world. I don't really need to see them in my escapist media. So could have done without any of them. I guess it like adds the complications of things of like her experiences with men versus this, heated experience with a woman. Sure, but I think we sort of get like, yeah, heteronormativity. I said that weird. Heteronormativity is a thing. Compet. Hey, girls. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And girls is a gender neutral term. I just want to say that. Yes. So could have done less with the weird Poindexter guy at the newspaper. He kind of annoyed me. I didn't mind the other guy though, the one who was like in love with Therese. I keep getting emails. So sorry. How awkward. If you're hearing that, no, you're not. So yeah, I didn't mind him. I thought when he was drunk, it was kind of funny. And he's just sort of an oaf. He didn't feel demanding in any way. I think he was like upset because he liked this girl and she did kind of lead him on a little bit. But listen, I'm not here to be on the man's side. So I'm not trying to participate in that narrative. So that's my little diatribe about lesbian stuff, lesbian cinema. My favorite topic in the world. I really have been thinking about doing this for years now, like before the pandemic, thinking about it. And have just decided, why the frig not, Life is short. Just do the damn thing. This could be nonsense. This could be amazing. I can't wait to see what transpires, what we can come up with here. I'm excited to re-watch all of these films. Carol, I didn't necessarily have to rewatch. I know it so well. Again, watched it every day for a long time, for almost a year, I think. So, yeah, this is a film that like mattered to me at a time where, well, it actually, yeah, when I was watching it a lot was in 2016, and that's when I moved to the UK. So it was like a comfort to watch it because I left behind a really big queer community in upstate New York and moved to the UK, where queer community is hard to find. And I have yet to find it, to be honest. I found a very loving partner and we live a really joyful life together, but I do miss community, and I miss like watching lesbian films and talking about it with a lot of people, or like being in a room with a lot of people watching. So this is my way of like chatting to anyone who will listen about this stuff because I love it. And I'm sure there's other people out there who love it as much as I do. So yes, unsure what the next film will be. I want to do the gamut. So I want to do bad, good, ugly, perfect. I want to do all of it because I love all of it. I'm such a fan of every aspect of queer cinema, especially Sapphic cinema. And I think, hey, you lesbos, you know that we are hard done by to find a good lesbian film. Okay? Not many studios are taking us up on having a good film. Okay? So yeah, we're going to be getting into the nitty-gritty. We're going to be getting into the bad stuff as well. Okay? There will be bad films, and I, not so secretly, love a bad lesbian film. They're kind of my favorite. I often will just go on Amazon or YouTube and I'm looking for films that feel a little bit cringe, that just the acting is something. It is acting, technically, you know? I love that. I like low budget. I like all of it. So maybe we'll do like a cringier one. I want to stick in the vein of nostalgia for the moment. So I might go back. I might go back to like A Loving Annabelle or Bloomington. I mean, problematic cringe. Can we talk about the the teacher-student dynamic of all of that? Bloomington, wowee. That would be a fun one to rewatch because it is so... Does she call her like porcupine or something? Freaking weird, guys. What is it that she says in Carol? Like some of these movies, they say the weirdest things. Like what does she say? Flung out of space? Or I'm gonna look it up. What a strange girl you are. Flung out of space. Like what does that mean? Flung out of space? Huh? It seems there's a lot of discourse online about it. What a strange girl you are. Why? Isn't it like she's eating? She's like, why? Flung out of space. Like, I remember seeing that and being like, what? But I love it. Give me the weird stuff, you know? So strange. I've probably missed several things. Perhaps we'll revisit and I'll talk about more things that I missed in the film if anybody else is going like, I can't believe you didn't talk about this thing. So I apologize in advance for not getting all of this film. I just wanted to hit like key points. I'm a photographer. I like aesthetics. That is my main focus for most stuff that I watch. And then kind of plot and characters and dialogue and all of that is kind of later for me. Queerness is very important to me. The aesthetics and the music. If those are all good, I'll watch anything. Even if they're bad, I'm going to watch it because I need to know why it's bad. So yes. Oh my gosh, we did it. We did it, Joe. We did it. My first podcast episode of Sapphic Movie Night. I loved doing this. This is so much fun. Hopefully we'll make it maybe a bi-weekly, weekly thing. Who's to say? I said who's to say a lot, so don't make it a drinking game because you might be wasted at the end of this. So yeah, I can't wait to listen back and cringe out. But thank you so much for listening. I'm gonna have to figure out a sign off. So until I do that, keep the popcorn poppin'. I don't know. All right. See you later, guys. Bye.